welcome. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive on how to set up your healer for guild versus guild fights in Where Winds Meet. I am Cowboy from 38th, and this is my character Vadeen. The two weapons that you're going to be using is the Panacea Fan and the Soulshade Umbrella. They're the only two healers right now. So right now I got my martial arts talents up at 100%. What you're looking for is agility and minimum silk bind for the upgrades to get the full potential bonuses from that. I am a very strong believer of healers need to be strong. So as you can see, all my stats are pretty high up there. I can tank more than most tanks out there, getting up to 130,000 health. My crit rate in GvG, you're looking at 70.8%, but that's because of some of the abilities that I'm using. 1v1s, I do get up to 100% precision and 100% crit rate. My healing bonus, I want to get that a little bit higher. I want to get it at 400 to 500 for the range, just that way it can be a little more consistent. I added the exploration attribute solely to point out, don't skip on exploration. It gives you stuff, it gives you means for new abilities to find chests, to get stronger. Go explore, have fun. And now we're going to get into the buffs briefly. This is everything that as a healer I have unlocked, so I can activate these abilities at any given moment depending on what I do. So you're going to notice that I run Swaying Heights and Flawless Defense. So again, healers need to be strong. I take the tanky aspect of it, just that way I can stay alive, and I can also do more damage to people who are at full health. Get them down there for other people to finish them off. If I get a kill, that's great, but really I just want to stay alive, keep my teammates alive, and get that chip damage in the beginning. The Inner Ways Mending Loom and Esoteric Revival, I do have them equipped for GvG. Normally, I never use these abilities. We'll get into it a little more later when we go individually through the abilities, but GvG absolutely needed. Mending Loom, you're going to heal farther away. Esoteric Revival, if somebody goes down and you can get that revive off, it is going to give them, a regen. It's going to give them extra health when they come back up, so they're not just slaughtered right away. And then we got your standard Soulshade and Panacea buffs. You get bonuses to Mystic Arts for wielding both weapons. The Panacea Fan, that's your big right now heal, and the Panacea Fan will make it so you can reach out and touch somebody. The Soulshade Umbrella, really, it's a damage buff, and it's anyone directly near you is who you're gonna heal. The Esoteric Revival Inner Way, it's great for GvG. It's gonna give you 75% more health given to anybody that you revive. It's gonna give them a 30% damage resistance, and it's gonna give them a nice little regen effect. The fifth one here, it gives you some critical bonus healing, but the sixth tier, be careful with that. I don't think I'm actually gonna level that up. Mending Loom. I don't use Mending Loom outside of GvG, sometimes in 3v3. To me, Mending Loom, when you take the Inner Way, this is the only good thing right here. Herbal Resonance range of detecting low HP allies is 50%. Cool, you get some bonus healing. If you can get tier 6, then it's really worth using because you're essentially getting a double heal. But for me, I don't like this one. I personally use Invigorated Warrior all the time, but that's just because I like taking chances. Then we got Morale Chant. It's going to stack up to 12 times. It's going to give physical penetration +2 for every stack. It's going to give 1% damage and 1% healing bonuses per stack. And as a healer, you're constantly healing either yourself or somebody else with your floating umbrella. You're going to get free stacks of this. It's going to be up all the time. I am debating on swapping Morale Chant out in the near future. We'll get into that here shortly. Royal Remedy. That's a lot of text. That's a lot of text. But big thing to take here, most of that text is solely from the tier 6 ability. Okay, Royal Remedy. When healed, you gain an additional 2 dewdrops in Vitality. Cool. Getting those dewdrops right off the bat is really going to help because normally it would cost you your whole bar, but once you get up to tier 4, it only costs 50 dew to cast. So essentially you're getting your dew back from that, which is huge because most of the time when you're throwing out Royal Remedy, when you have another 2.5 stacks, you can do L2 square again and do your actual big heal. Tier 6, I'm not actually sure if it works in GvG, I just got it, but basically it's a self-revive. A lot of words, it's a self-revive. Fury Harvest. This skill right here, great for 1v1s. If you're an off healer in GvG, maybe you could use it, just keep your vitality up, but there's just no room in my skill bar for it right now. Great interway though. Restoring Blossom. This is what I might swap Morale Chant for. This skill right here makes it so everybody that gets healed by you, when you heal yourself, you get more healing and you give out more healing. The higher levels make it so that they stack more, you get critical healing bonuses, all around great skill. Jumping into Mystic skills, we got my bread and butter for damage. Dragon's Breath and Drunken Poet. When used, they both give you Intoxication. They're going to enhance Tenacity when casting skills. They're going to give Combustion, okay? That's my biggest point of damage here. Dragon's Breath hits multiple people, and then shoot for the one on fire with Drunken Poet. Alright? Get the full 5-hit combo if you got the Vitality, but I recommend stopping at 4. Soaring Spin. This is to move around the battlefield. It's going to do extra damage to other players. It's going to give you some evasion, but really it's to get around. Cloud Steps. Same thing. It's to get around the battlefield. Choose who you're targeting in the fray and try to get up and over a group of people to get where you need to go to heal. It's a good skill. Let's touch on the new Flutatide skill. This is an AoE damage buff and damage to the opponents. This is called out. Everybody in the fight is going to do this at the same time when the leader calls for it. Wonderful skill. Same thing with Lion's Roar, another call out item. It's going to be used to push people back away from their teammates. Keep the tree back. It also silences. It's a great skill. I love it. Serene Breeze, it's a must-have. Anything PvP related. It's going to get you out of things. It's going to make it so you can finish a combo or get that buff uninterrupted. I love Free Morph. Okay? Free Morph was the first Mystic skill that I went and I got. I went and I did the fight over and over again at low level. So glad I didn't wait. But this one, it does additional damage to players. It's doing extra damage to shields, and it hits multiple people. Other options for in the slot of where Free Morph is, we got Leaping Toad. Okay, it pairs well with Lion's Roar. It does AoE damage. It does stagger effects. It's a good skill. There's also Guardian Palm. I don't use it because it's too predictable. It's easy to deflect, but if you're running it with Meridian Touch, you can get in there and get some chip damage, maybe get a kill. It could be good if you pair it with other things. Big honorable mention here, Flaming Meteor. If you don't have Lion's Roar or you don't have Flute all the way maxed out, max out Flaming Meteor. Somebody in your group should have it, okay? It's big AoE damage. It's a big AoE suck if you have it leveled up, alright? Don't sleep on this. It's a good Mystic art. Next, we get into your guard break options. Talon Strike. If they're defending, you're going to drop them. Okay? It gives you a dash effect. When you level it up, you go farther. Same thing with Yaksha Rush. It's really one or the other. Okay? Me personally, I like Yaksha Rush. I like The two-hit combo, I like being able to silence. You don't get that there. Wolf-like Frenzy, I don't use it much. I'm trying it out in 1v1, but it is pretty predictable for the deflex, so not sure where that one sits. Oh, Dragon Head. How I wish you were good. You know, how much... you know what? Fuck it. I feel bad for this skill, okay? So we're going to fully level it up and max it out. The animation is way too long, okay? It might be good in PvE against a boss when they're staggered. I don't know. But yeah, Golden Body. If you're squishy and you can afford the Vitality, Golden Body's great. It can give an AoE shield, but it's going to use more Vitality to do it. I love this skill. I just don't have the means to use it. Kind of same thing with Ghostly Steps here. Costs a lot of Vitality, but I do highly recommend it for 1v1s or if you are a person who has to travel across the map a lot of times. I saved the best for last though. Glow of Fireflies. Don't forget about this beautiful spell. Use it in the caves. So pretty. Enjoy. Now that we've gotten through all that, let's start taking a look through the gear. Okay? It is more than just simply what you wear. Alright? You need to make sure that you're enhancing everything. And at the higher level tiers, okay, to get peak of the season right now, you're gonna need these stupid ass stones. You get them through one of the shops every week. You only get a limited amount, so I think you can do 2 items a week. With your arsenal, make sure you switch your path to whichever you're using, okay? I'm using Soakbind, make sure it's on that. Make sure when you go and put gear into these, have that attribute equipped. Just gonna simply touch on Divine Craft. Use whichever one you want, whichever one you got a lot of. I personally use the poison one. That's just what I do. After you've set up all your inner ways, all your mystic skills, everything else to go along with it, now it's time to look at your current equipped gear. The 2 biggest things on this fan, the power and the critical rate. Everything else is great, but those are the 2 key points. This umbrella is god tier. Double hit on agility, got critical, got precision, and got minimum soakbind. Everything you want out of a weapon. Next up, we got the pendant, okay? I got minimum soakbind, I got crit rate, I got that body in there to give me a little more tankiness, and double max physical attack just to do some extra damage. Don't judge my pendant, okay? It's got agility and it's got precision, but this is a bad item, okay? I need to level this up, but again, it's got what we need, the agility and that precision to ensure our critical hits. Moving over to our armor, we got our helmet. This thing, it's got a unique trait on here, area damage, mystic skill damage boost. I got some crit rate, I got a little bit of momentum, which isn't great for me, but it is a good skill. But really, I want to keep this skill healing bonus from the martial art of the umbrella. It's a passive extra bonus heal. It's better than getting my stagger control back. This armor piece is great. Crit rate, min silk bind, power, double max HP, give me that tankiness. Reduce damage taken by 28% when staggered. That is the best hands down in PvP in my opinion. I do have the one to drop it down from Mystic Cards, but I find that the stagger one is much better and more beneficial. For the bracers, we're coming in with more crit rate, more precision rate, again on the minimum silk bind, and I got another hit for body for that tankiness to go along with that physical defense. We're going to keep the healing boost from the Panacea fan over the deflection to get ki back because this only hits every 10 seconds. With the boots, everything I want, okay? Everything I want with armor. I got power, agility, physical defense, crit rate. I even got a bonus to my max physical attack. We're gonna again keep the healing bonus here over the recovery of HP when you dodge, because it only hits every 10 seconds. This setup here is what I would recommend using if you have access to it. This is the setup I use for 3v3 fights, okay? In my opinion, you are getting the most out of this setup, alright? No downsides with it. Shoot for this in my opinion, but I'm not quite there yet. That's Vadeen in a nutshell as a healer. Oh, we got some new achievements here. What'd we get? Hero Martial Arts. Oh, we got a new title. Okay. The Dominant Force. I do think that at this point in the game, we have become a dominant force. So let's go ahead and swap that title out from the Brave. Yes. Yes. We are a dominant force for the OnlyFans group. I want to give a huge shout out to my guild, Hidden. Thank you. Thank you for having me as one of your healers. I know I don't show up very much because I'm stuck at work, but I enjoy every GvG fight I've been able to attend. Thank you to everyone for taking their time to watch this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And most importantly, thank you to everyone for helping me become the healer I am. Take care.